Hi everyone, this is Lorraine and this is Felix. Felix is 8 months old and he loves the camera. My last baby, Graham, did not love the camera. This baby loves the camera and grabs for it and smiles when he sees it. Oh, he's so... I never got around last month to doing the 7-month update, and I'm approaching his 9-month update, so I thought I better get this done now while it's in my mind and everything's fresh, because I like these videos for myself to personally look back on. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I didn't film some for Graham as he was getting older at different stages, like I should have done his 15-month update. I think I never did that. 18-month. I should have done things like that and I didn't. So I'm trying my best, but sometimes you just don't get around to it because you have life. So I'm not sure any of his statistics right now as far as height and weight and all that fun stuff. He doesn't have an appointment again until April for his 9-month checkup with some shots. He sometimes plays with my necklaces. Very gentle though, right? Very gentle. Do you want to get down and play with some of your toys? There you go. Say hi. Say hi. Is that you? Is that you? So I set him down so he could play a little bit. But I'm not sure about any like the statistics, does height and weight and all that fun stuff right now. He's growing. I think he's right on track. He was in like the 50th percentile for everything except his head was like 75th percentile. But he was kind of just, you know, he was kind of just there last time. He has been working on his crawling. I think last time he was kind of doing the same thing as he is now, but it's a little bit more advanced. He's still crawling backwards, which I don't know if he'll ever crawl forwards, to be honest with you. He does like these 360-degree turns all of the time. So he'll be on the ground and he'll kind of turn 360 degrees and then he'll kind of backwards crawl. And if he needs to get somewhere else, he does the 360 and then backwards crawls. So I don't know, he's moving and I think mobility is all that matters, but no forward crawling yet. And I'm okay with that because a lot of times with your first one, you are like, okay, when are they gonna do this? When are they gonna do that? And you're like, oh no, they're doing it so fast. And once they start moving to the degree that like when they forward crawl, well, my son was a really fast crawler. It's a lot more work. So he's been super easy. So it's not like you necessarily want to push forward to that next step if, you know, everything's going nice and smooth. It's like enjoy the moment. So I've been doing that a lot. I've been enjoying the moments with him. He does a lot of babbling. He did say mama. I don't think that it was necessarily, it was only like once a couple weeks ago, but he did say it, so I was happy about that. Before dada, which I liked, because, you know, usually I think they say dada first. I don't know, it could be 50-50, but my other son said dada first, so I was happy to hear mama first out of his mouth. So a lot of babbling, a lot of noises coming out, working on the words, and that's pretty amazing. Do a lot of playtime on his floor mat in his bedroom with a bunch of his toys. That's what he's doing at the moment. He's sitting there doing that. He also goes in his Baby Bjorn bouncer an awful lot as well. Not an awful lot, but in the mornings he usually kind of sits back and relaxes while I get lunch made and all that fun stuff. Still using the Baby Bjorn bouncer. And I'll sit him in the living room in his Orabelle Porta-Play a lot of times if I'm trying to get a couple things done around the house. And he can watch his brother play around, which that's probably his favorite pastime, is watching Big Brother. Just everywhere Big Brother goes, he turns his head to look and see, and so that's pretty amazing. That's the fun thing with the second time around, is they have an older sibling that they can watch, and it's cool. And Graham, my older son, is very, very good with the baby. He's always says hello to him, good morning to him, which I think is important. Always acknowledges him, gives him toys to play with, interacts with him in a really nice way. So I'm happy with that. So sibling, no rivalry there yet. It's all love, and that's great. So my life is easy. For bath time, I switched out his bathtub. It's not like I want him to sit in the bathtub quite yet on his own, so I have him in now the Angel Care bath. It's like a Angel Care, I'll show it. Felix is getting his first bubble bath, yeah. How do you like it? Nice? Yeah. He loves the water. But I like that one a lot because I feel like it's a transitional thing where he can still sit kind of on it and he can lay back. And so once I put that in the tub, then I started bathing my children together, and that's fun too. So just everything with both of them is always fun. I'm like, okay, Graham, it's bath time. Do you want to get a bath with Felix? And he's always like, yes, I want to get a bath. He doesn't necessarily want to get a bath alone, but he's like, when he gets to play with Felix in the bathtub, he thinks that's fun. And Felix loves the bath, so I've lucked out there. I have two extremely extreme water babies, so we're good all around. As far as the car seat goes, he's still in his Nuna Pippa car seat, which is the infant carrier. I've been deciding when to move him to the convertible car seat, but my word of advice for that is with Graham, he was out of his convertible car seat by 6 months old, which was fine. And it worked out really nicely, but he would fall asleep in his car seat, and as soon as I'd pick him up to take him out of his car seat, he would wake up. So with the infant carrier, it's nice to be able to just keep them sleeping in that. So I'm trying to avoid putting him to the convertible car seat as long as I can. And he doesn't look too large in his infant car seat. So the car seat that I will probably, I'm like 90% sure that I'll upgrade him to is the Maxi Cozy Priya 85. I have the Priya 70 with Graham, and I'm kind of debating on colors. I might I might stray from black, and I was thinking khaki, but I just don't know how dirty that will get. However, I saw that you can buy covers for them now, which is really nice because when you need to wash it, especially when it comes to potty training time, you will have to wash it multiple times. It doesn't seem like a bad thing to have a second cover for it. And the main reason I like that, we have Diano, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. We have one of those car seats for Graham in my husband's car. So we do have two convertible car seats. I prefer the Maxi Cozy, and one of the reasons I really like the Maxi Cozy, it's comfortable, the fabric, it feels like it breathes really nicely, especially in this Florida heat, but it also has a cup holder, and the cup holder is attached to the seat. A lot of car seats you can buy like a cup holder that you can just put onto the car seat, but it's so nice to have that attached cup holder on the car seat because you can put things in it, like whether it be toys, so they have like a toy in the car or something, you put it in there, or their water bottle or whatever it is. It's much better, in my opinion, to have that cup holder. And so that is the reason, one of the main reasons that I would repurchase that car seat over and over again is because of that cup holder. It makes a world of difference, and I don't know why more companies don't have it attached right on there like that. Felix is now in clothing that's anywhere from 6 to 12 months. Yeah, it's pretty much consistent everywhere from 6 to 12 months. So 6 to 12 month size is what he's in currently, and it seems to fit him very, very nicely. Big fan of Oshkosh clothing right now. Carter's, Oshkosh, same brand. I like ordering directly from their website because they give you points, and when you earn points, you get to get like $10 towards your next purchase, and their price is always like discounted heavily, and the quality is really nice of the clothing. Why can they not make adult clothing like that quality for that price. They can, they just don't want to. I'm also a big fan of Splendid clothing. A lot more expensive, but it's super cute. We took Felix, we took him to the beach recently, which is crazy because we live literally 5 minutes away from the beach. So it was his first time to the beach last weekend. So at 8 months, he finally went to the beach. And I've decided that we're gonna start going to the beach all of the time. I have my big beach blanket. I have just certain things. If you want a video on what I bring to the beach, I would be more than happy to do that as well, because especially since I have the baby and the toddler. So I think that would be kind of convenient, but yeah, so we've taken him to the beach for the first time. He's went in the pool for the first time recently. He loves it. What else can I say? He just got his first 2 teeth. They popped out. I felt them coming, and then maybe 2 weeks ago, I could feel like a bulge on the one side, like the one was going to come out. And then a couple days ago, the other side ended up popping out first in the morning, and by the end of the day, the other side that was bulging 2 weeks ago popped out. So he has both the little 2 teeth popping out, and he hasn't had any kind of issues. He just, the one day that they did come out, he was a little bit more tired than normal, so he ended up sleeping a lot that day. Can you see in his mouth, his little teeth?
I want you to take a picture of Felix.
I'm trying to get his teeth. Let's see if we can get his teeth in the picture. Oh, he's
Open up. Open up.
both the bottom ones.
Open up.
He got both the bottom teeth.
Open up. Open up. Open it.
What are you watching? Are you trying to watch your brother or the TV? Aw, nice, Graham. I know you scared him. Let's see, do you have little teethies in there?
Roar! I stared you.
Ow!
Roar!
There they are. You see him? You see him?
Roar!
You see his little tickle teeth? As far as sleeping goes, he still takes a couple naps during the day. Usually I am really busy, so I'm out a lot. So he usually naps in his car seat during the day, like from one place to the other. When he's not in the car seat, still I'm wearing him in the Baby Bjorn carrier. I keep meaning to, we just got a Bugaboo B5, which I absolutely love too, but I need to put that probably in my car and start transitioning him from his car seat to the stroller just to see how that goes. But most of the time I still put him in my Baby Bjorn carrier when he's awake. As far as sleeping goes though, other than that, if we're at home, I do have to breastfeed him, which I'm still doing exclusively. Breastfeeding, I have to breastfeed him to fall asleep. He got sick, and then that's what happened is I started breastfeeding him and he'd fall asleep. And now he kind of just needs to be breastfed to fall asleep. And it's not the end of the world because my first son had to be breastfed to fall asleep as well until I just stopped altogether, and it worked out fine. But when he's at home, he's sleeping and I breastfed him. I actually put the DockATot, which I still have the smaller one, which we're using for him. I have the smaller DockATot, the deluxe, still in my bed. That's what he sleeps in at nighttime, is in our bed, in the DockATot. But if we're at home during the day, I lay next to the DockATot, breastfeeding him until he falls asleep. He becomes unlatched and I move away. That's what I do at nighttime as well. He's sleeping, I get sleep, I don't care. I'm happy and it works well for me. I see people complaining all the time on Facebook and stuff like, oh, the baby doesn't sleep through the night. I've been awake all night. I literally just breastfeed the baby until he falls asleep. That's what I do. I feed him until he falls asleep. He suckles, and he falls asleep. If for some reason he wakes up in the middle of the night or something and he's wide awake, which happens, I will end up either taking him and putting him in the baby Bjorn bouncer, and then I decide, hey, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get a shower. So I end up getting up and getting a shower. Or, and that's always really refreshing. Or if he's awake in the middle of the night and I don't feel like getting out of bed quite yet, I'll kind of sit him up next to me, and I'll put on The Secret Life of Pets on the TV. And then once he starts getting sleepy again, he'll start kind of like rubbing his eyes, breastfeed him, and then he'll fall back asleep. So I'm not doing anything fancy, but I get a lot of sleep and I'm okay with it. I'm also, one of the reasons I like having him in the bed is because if he does wake up, I can try to feed him right away, because I wake up with the littlest noises ever, so I'm not one to sleep really hard. But if he does wake up and he's moving around, I'll just put my boob in his mouth and then he'll either fall back asleep or he won't. But because I'm right there and I've got this supply, it's just easy. It's super easy. I'm lucky that I can breastfeed because it's probably the laziest thing that you can do. I always see people like really pro breastfeeding, and I'm just like, you know what? I do it because it's lazy. They say it's better for, you know, whatever. I was formula fed though, so I am not pro breastfeeding. I'm not pro formula. I'm pro feed your baby and make sure they live. So that's my thinking. I'm not like any kind of pro anything. I'm just, you know, you do what you do to make your family and you take care of your family. And as long as you're doing everything in the best ability to take care of everybody, then you're good in my book. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but if you have any questions, feel free to post them below. I would really want to make more videos on this channel. I filmed an unboxing of my Bugaboo B5 because I loved it. I just got the DockATot Grand because I thought maybe I'd transition him to that, but he's still fitting really nicely in the DockATot, which I feel like I still should make a whole video on DockATot, which was in my mind to do. That's why I have it sitting right here. But yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them below. Any video requests, post them below. I'm really easygoing kind of mom. So if you have any questions on things that I do or what I would do in a certain scenario, I'd be more than happy to let you know, but I do whatever is easiest and makes everybody happy. So that's it for now. Goodbye.